The judge makes one ruling in the Chad Daybell case and our dumb criminal of the day. Let's talk about it. Good day, everyone. My name is Scott Reich, and this is Crime Talk. Thanks for joining us. As you can see, I am not in the Crime Talk studios today. That's right. I'm traveling across country doing lawyer stuff, really important lawyer stuff. Now, in all seriousness, I have a meeting tomorrow with the United States Attorney. And so, we need to get here and be prepared. And that's what we do. But we're still going to bring you a great show today. So what is taking place today? First, Chad Daybell had a motions hearing, couple of issues. First, the court is going to allow cameras in the courtroom. Now, it's not really the news media's cameras or photographers. Once again, the court is taking over and saying, I will control the cameras. I will control the microphones. But guess what? That is good news. That means that we, the public, get to see the trial in real time. Not like the Lori Vallow trial where we had to order the audio at the end of the day. Now, needless to say, once again, the prosecution didn't want any cameras in the courtroom. Their argument is it could intimidate witnesses. Well, guess what? Being on a witness stand is intimidating in and of itself. And frankly, they won't even notice that the cameras are there. Now, the court also heard argument on the change of venue. Remember, prosecution wants to move it back to Madison and Fremont counties there, but the defense wants to keep it in Ada County. The argument for the prosecution is simply, it's too expensive, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. It's always about the money, ladies and gentlemen, but justice is expensive. Give the man his fair trial. It's set in Ada County. Let it commence in Ada County. Let's get this show on the road. The other issue is the death penalty. Arguments were made in regards to the death penalty should be removed from Chad Daybell, just like it was for Lori Vallow, basically because there were discovery violations as it relates to Lori Vallow, and she was unwilling to waive speedy trial. So the judge imposed a sanction on the prosecution, said, I'm not going to allow you to go forward with the death penalty because it's just not fair. Now, Chad Daybell is saying, hey, it's not fair that he waived his right to speedy trial and asked for a continuance so that his counsel could prepare, and therefore he could potentially get the death penalty simply because he asked for more time for his attorneys to be prepared. We'll see what the judge rules. I personally think the death penalty probably is probably not going to go away, and I think it's going to stay in Ada County. But at least we have cameras in the courtroom. That's good for everybody. One more thing on Chad Daybell. As you may recall, we brought you the motion, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, about the prosecution trying to clarify whether there were any orders that kept Chad Daybell from speaking with his wife, Lori Vallow. As you may recall, at one point in the proceedings, the defense wanted to have a joint conference between Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. The attorneys were there to try to see if they could resolve the case short of trial. The judge said, no way are we doing that. Creates all kinds of issues. Prosecution wasn't thrilled about it either. But Lori Vallow went to trial. She was convicted on all counts and sentenced to multiple life sentences. Now the prosecution wants to clarify if there's any orders that would prevent the two from communicating with each other. And the court said, I'm not aware of any. It was just that one opportunity, one meeting that everybody wanted to have, and I wasn't going to allow that to take place. But now they can communicate as much or as little as they want. My advice is, Chad Daybell, listen to your attorney, but don't communicate with Lori Vallow. She is bad news, and anything you say can and will be used against you, because let's face it, they got enough bad evidence. They don't need any more. All right. And finally today, our dumb criminal of the day. I think the thing that sums up today's story is, how did that get there? Yeah, well, please meet our dumb criminal of the day, Caleb Phillips. He was returning back to jail for a work release program, so he was obviously able to work and go check in at night. And everybody knows when you're on work release, you have to be strip searched because they don't want you bringing anything into the jail, right? Well, needless to say, when the officers were doing the strip search of our dumb criminal, Mr. Phillips, they found a small plastic cylinder allegedly containing methamphetamine. Where you may find it, at least it wasn't in his rectum like the guy with the pistol yesterday. This was just under his penis. That's right. How did that get there? Anyway, when the police stated, how did that get there? He said he had no idea and wasn't sure how it got there or whose it was. And, well, needless to say, the police have arrested our dumb criminal, Mr. Phillips. So now he has going to do a work release for his DUI, but now he's going to be charged with narcotics possession as well as smuggling contraband into a detention facility, which is now a felony. I guess he's going to say his defense is, I didn't know it was there. Good general denial defense. Not sure it's going to work. Probably going to work about as well as the guy yesterday with the 380 in his rectum. All right. That's all we have for you today. But hey, you know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't. Like if you do. Leave me a comment below and hit that little bell for notifications when we go live or put up new content, because we gotta crack the code on that algorithm that Google has put in place. So please do that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Crime Talk.